Good day and welcome. Hope that each of you are still healthy and staying safe during this trying time. Hope that lockdown level 4 has provided a little bit of relief, even though it's still a very serious period within the COVID-19 prevention of transmission. Today we will discuss hand and power tools in general as part of a series that will continue over the next couple of weeks, where we will go into depth about the different types of tools that you might come in contact with on a regular basis. You only have one pair of hands and 10 fingers, so take care of them. Never go home losing a limb. Remember, fingers and hands don't grow back and they cannot be replaced, so make sure you stay safe. Think safe, work safe, be safe. Make this part of your motto that when you're working, you stay conscious and attent on what you're doing so that you don't end up getting injured. Power tools are one of the more common related injuries that people suffer during their working days. There are several hazards associated with power tools. These include electricity, as power tools need to be operated with electricity, whether supplied through battery or directly from a generator or electrical source in a building. The spinning drill head and bit of the drilling machine, the cracked casings or lack of guards on the machinery, damaged or worn blades and discs of a grinder, and all these hazards may lead to electrocution, burns, severe cuts, bruises, loss of limb, and other injuries. Up next is a video clip from Safe Work Australia. Please take note that there are a few unsettling pictures for the sensitive viewers.
G'day, I'm Nick and I'm a leading hand chippy here on site. If you're anything like me, you use power tools every day. These are the tools of our trade, but how often do we stop and think, are we using them safely? These machines and appliances can cause serious injury, even death, so it's absolutely essential that you know how to use them safely. You can move from being safe to unsafe in less than a second, so let's take a minute to talk about the key safety rules. So the first rule is, have you been trained to use the tool? If not, don't use it, leave it alone. Is the machine or appliance in perfect working order? Are the guards in place? Does it have a current safety tag? Has it been serviced to the manufacturer's specification? Hey, and what about you? Are you good to go? Are you drug and alcohol free? Do you have the right PPE? Have you got rid of any distractions, especially your phone? And are you fully focused and concentrating on the task? Correct! Have you planned your workflow to eliminate risks? Is your work area tidy? And what about your mates? Are you keeping them safe as well? Remember, if you are not 100% confident using a tool or an appliance, then do the right thing and stop. See your supervisor or a safety manager. Switch on here before you switch on there. Think safe, work safe, go home safe.
So let's recap the video. Have you been trained to use the tools required to perform the work? You must be familiar with the tools before you can use them to ensure that you do not put yourself or other people at risk. Is the tool in a good working order? Meaning, is the tool clean? Did you inspect the tool before you started to use it? Has it been serviced if necessary? And is the electrical supply in a good condition? No cracks, no wear and tear, no exposed copper? The plug is still in a good condition? All these elements are important to ensure that the tool can perform the task it was made for. If the tool is not in a good working condition, the tool has the potential to become a very dangerous weapon if not taken care. Are you ready for the work? Are you free from drugs and alcohol? This includes marijuana. Marijuana might be allowed for you to use at home, but when at work, you need to be free from anything that might influence your ability to take good care and judgment. Did you get enough sleep? Are you well rested? Fatigue is one of the leading hazards within the industry of health and safety, where people don't have the full focus ready for work and therefore end up getting injured. Have you planned the process of your work, and is the tools you need for the job available? Make sure that where you are working, everything is flowing according to what you are doing. Doesn't need you helping around, running around like a headless chicken when it's a lot easier to just stay safe by staying focused. Make sure the tools you need are available within your immediate vicinity, so there's no need to walk around and about looking for the things you need. Is the working area clean, free from tripping, fire, and other hazards? If you don't perform housekeeping practices properly, you end up risking falling over something, losing footing, and getting injured, or causing somebody else to get injured. You are not only responsible for yourself, but for your teammates too. So take care of them and make sure that they are also working safely. Let's all go home safely and in one piece. One of the most common IODs we received lately, especially from the Eurotel group, is hand tool injuries, where people end up cutting themselves with a blade or nicking their fingers with the point of a plier. So make sure that when you use your hand tools, that you are taking extra care. As with power tools, hand tools also have associated hazards. These include damaged, worn, or no grip on the tools anymore. Blades or cutting tools are dull or chipped. It's the wrong tool or the wrong size of tool that you need to use. Sharp edges are exposed and tools are not properly stored. These hazards may lead to severe cuts, bruises, loss of your fingers, pinched fingers, and several other injuries. It's important to inspect. If you don't look at the tools and take care of your tools, then the tools will become a dangerous weapon that put your life at risk. So when you do inspections, take care of inspecting the electrical supplies, the socket that you are plugging into the power supply, and the actual power supply. Check the condition of the cabling and where the cable connects with the machine. Ensure that the cables and wiring, as mentioned, are in a good condition. If you use an extension cord, make sure that that extension cord is in a good condition, that there's no frayed or damaged or worn edges, sides on the actual cabling and plastic casing. You're not allowed to see the colored wiring on the inside, and you're not allowed to see the copper. That means the wiring is not in a good condition. Make sure that the casing and guards are inspected properly. There may be no cracks in the casing, and the guards must be secure as well. This also goes for the grips on your hand tools. Make sure the grips on the hand tools are still in a good condition, that they don't expose sharp edges or cause potential cuts or damages to your hands. Drill bits and blades must be inspected. Dull drill bits won't help you getting through the wall. It will only put you in more danger. Damaged blades can crack and splinter off like shrapnel, and it's almost like you have a bomb exploding in your hands when those grinder blades and discs explode because of damages. Ensure that the chuck and keys are in a good condition and that the drill head and the fastening bolts are all secure on both your drilling machine and grinder. Ensure that the cutting edges on your blades, on your pliers, on your crimpers, all those tools needs to be sharp. If they're dull, they become a hazard. Make sure that you follow the inspection check sheet before you start your work, as provided by your safety practitioner. During the next series, we will go into detail on various tools, specifically the drilling machine, the grinder, the generator, pliers, cutting tools, and crimping tools. Other tools will also be identified to make sure that we go into detail on those as well. As mentioned, think safe, work safe, be safe. Thank you for watching.